Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
There's only one other good play on Minnesota.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
Oh, if you didn't know, it's the Print Factory on a Wednesday afternoon. Full crew today. Finally back. Fans back together. Big T in the house. BIGT. And Mr. ODB himself finally back to give some winners live. He's been giving winners, but, you know, that's through a text message. But now he's going to finally give some live winners with the boys here. Got to go to ODB first, man. Good to have you back.
Yeah, good to be back. Missed you guys. 1 week, I was day 2 of a big tournament here in town. And then last week, had a pretty cool week. Got invited to play in the Major League Baseball Shadow Creek Pro-Am tournament, which if you're not a golfer, Shadow Creek's like literally pinnacle golf course, like one of the best golf courses in the country, one of the most exclusive, hard to get on. And MLB filmed a TNT show where they had one past, one present from each organization, and they played a tournament. And the day before, they did a Pro-Am. And our group, we got to play with the first 9. We played with Will Smith, World Series hero from the Dodgers, and the second 9 played with Jared Talecchio, Gold Glove third baseman for the Pirates. And saw a bunch of dudes out there. Met Andy Bennis out on the putting green, and Gary Sheffield out there. Met Pedro Martinez, Mookie Betts, Gary Sheffield, CC Sabathia, like all the dudes out there. So that was kind of cool to be out there with them. So not many people I'll just flat out cancel the show for, but that was one of them.
Gary Sheffield, man. My little brother loved Gary Sheffield growing up. Big T, what's up with you, man? I mean, obviously you didn't have as cool of a time as ODB was just talking about here, but how was your weekend of football and what's going on?
Yeah, some of us have to live the normal life, pick our kids up from school, wait in line. Others get to golf with Will Smith and live the dream, playing poker tournaments. It's the life. It's the life of ODB, my hero. Both weeks he wasn't on to 3-0, 3-0. Didn't even get to enjoy his tee box though, because now he comes back and he doesn't have the tee box again this week. So it serves him right for leaving us to go golfing.
Last week, sending the picks from the first tee, that wasn't correct. I was like, shit, I got to get picks in here, But we move on. Unfortunately, I got to miss. I mean, I had to miss my. Last week would have been a good show to be on because the week before released nine picks on Twitter. It went 9-0. This week I was back to kind of shit, but it was nice. It was a nice week of victory lapping, but that's okay. I get to come back and talk to my once Chief haters friends who left me high and dry and left me all by myself. So that's okay. I'll keep the mantle. I'll keep the mantle going, and hopefully AP's here and enjoying this show, and all the other Chiefs lovers and Bo Nix haters. And
I think AP is tempering his expectations all of a sudden with the Chiefs.
AP always does this though, where he like sandbags, like, oh, we're gonna be done, and he does that. That's his move. That's his signature move.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I saw him. I saw him on Twitter tempering his expectations in the Discord. So we'll see. He'll be back.
Did you guys? I'm not sure if you guys were busy or not, but did you check out that game and how Bo Nix came up clutch again in the fourth quarter, and that pass to Franklin was balls, man.
He made a couple big throws, but that pass at the end was big balls. I can't believe they called it, and I can't believe he made it too. I was literally shocked when
that's just saying. I mean, talk about leaving yourself open to get second guessed there. I mean, if he doesn't complete that pass And then, they leave more time on the clock for Mahomes. They could have just run, hope they broke a run to get the first down, but if not, punt, take it to overtime. They're like, no, you know what? We trust our dudes. And we're going to go out. We're going to win this game because so many people play scared against Patrick Mahomes. They're like, they're like, you know what? Our dudes are better than your dudes, and we're going to go out there and we're going to make a play when it matters. Calls a 35-yard in the air pass, backside, led him right in the only place that he could catch the ball. I mean, look, Bo's had some bad quarters. He's had some bad throws, but when the money's been on the line, man.
Do you need a minute? You need a minute before we start the show up here?
I feel like ODB's even struggling to spit this out because it's still hard to spit out.
It's just like
I need a hand check. Can we get a hand check in Las Vegas?
I mean, if we don't talk about Bo now, we can't talk about him this show. They don't play this week. They're at home 9-2.
Much needed bye for the Denver Broncos here. Much needed bye for those guys.
It was masterful that you sent that GIF with just one dude dancing. Now, though, that was funny.
No, that was really funny. All right, Big T. Joe wants the teasers back. He wants a teaser this week. So Big T, find us a.
That was the lock 2 weeks ago. That was the ODB wasn't on that one, I don't think, but it was the lock. The lock. Maybe he was. Maybe that was the week he was on there because I remember you being on it when I did it. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know what the numbers are. If the numbers call for it, there's one teaser right there. I see it on the screen. There's no way New England's losing to Cincinnati. So there's one. We'll start with that one.
All right. Well, there we go. We got at least one. Let's roll into these games, fellas. Let's get through this. Buffalo and Houston here. This is the Thursday night game. Quickly hit on this one. Buffalo 6-point favorites in Houston. 43.5 is the total here. Josh Allen coming off of nuking Tampa Bay, and a couple injuries for Buffalo. They'll be without Dalton Kincaid. They'll be without Curtis Samuel, Mecole Hardman, who they just got picked up. So a couple receiving weapons they will be down, but still 6-point favorites in Houston here. Tony, I'll just throw this one to you quick. Just a quick take on the side or the total.
Yeah, Buffalo's a tough team to figure out. They look good at times, bad at times. I think you beat them through the ground, though, like JSU talked about last week with Tucker. I'm not sure Houston can beat them. I love Houston. I've said it every week. They're still number one on my defensive ratings. I think they're number one. I just don't know if they match up good with Buffalo, though. I feel like the way Buffalo plays just matches up good with the way Houston plays. And I don't know. Like, in the past, I would take Houston in this spot just because of where it's at, good defense, all that. I just don't think they match up good, though. So I'm taking Buffalo in this spot.
Yeah. ODB, what do you think here? Buffalo in Houston?
Yeah, I started this week out when I looked at this game thinking that I was going to like Buffalo, but this game, this total is just too low and the defense is too good. There's just not enough game breakers on Buffalo's side. I think this is just going to be one of those 17-15 ugly Thursday night games, slogfest. And believe me, I'm not really that comfortable with Davis Mills in there, but he's looked okay. But I mean, we've seen this story before. Like, what normally happens with these quarterbacks is they might be able to get it for a week or 2 weeks. These guys who've been there before, and then it usually comes tumbling down. But I just don't really know if Buffalo has the weapons, and that D line is really, really good for Houston. I mean, there's nobody who can beat these corners on Buffalo. So basically, probably not going to be without Kincaid again. They're just going to have to matriculate the ball down the field. The Bills' defense isn't good enough to really just completely shut out a team. So, yeah, I like the Texans in a close game here. I think this one plays really close to the number, close to the vest. Ugly Thursday night game. I probably lean under and Texans.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on the under here. Short week coming off of a big game for Buffalo. I think against the good defense, I can very much see the under. And then, I talked about it. The way you beat this Buffalo team, you gotta be able to run the football. I mean, Houston has not consistently shown that either this year. So I don't know if they'll be able to, but yeah, I'll take the dog and the under. Let's go to Giants and
You'll take the
Lions
dog?
here.
You take this dog?
Oh,
I
here
take
we
that
go. We got
dog.
the dogs.
I take
The
that dog.
Hey, Cammy, say hello to your fans.
Cam, big Cam.
I'm Cam.
Love Cam on this show. All right, ODB, I'll throw this one back to you here. 10.5-point spread, Giants underdogs in Detroit. And we were talking before Big T got on, because obviously the reason why we're always late is because Big T's sucking on his pen somewhere, not jumping on the show. And then he'll say, oh, my internet, oh, it was something, it wasn't working properly. That's what happens, by the way, on these pre-shows before we get on. But me and ODB were discussing the Lions, and I was telling ODB, right now on DraftKings Sportsbook, you can get the Lions to win the division at plus 130. The Packers and the Lions are both plus 130 on DraftKings Sportsbook. And I think the Lions are really set up in a good spot. Their next 5 or 6 games are inside, so either at home or in a dome somewhere else. They get multiple division teams at home in the coming weeks. And plus 130 seems like a gift. And then you found a different bet, but we'll wait until we talk about that team to talk about that bet. But what do you think about the Lions to win the division? And what do you think about this game?
I mean, I've been a supporter of the Lions the whole time. I think the Lions are the best team in that division. Probably one of the best teams in the NFL. Especially at home. I will say I'm a little concerned about Dan Campbell being the play caller. I mean, not that I don't really like the plays that he's called. I mean, he's really getting involved, Gibbs and Williams, which I love. But I'm just a little worried that he might give up some tendencies, that his tendencies may just some of these smart defensive coordinators might be able to figure out his tendencies. He doesn't really seem like he seems like the motivator type and not the GTO type, So yeah, I'm a little worried about that long term. But yeah, I mean, I from the beginning of this show that we've done, I haven't believed in the Packers, and I still don't. And I definitely not sure that the Bears are meant for the high life. I mean, they're fine versus these mediocre teams, but they're still having to squeak out games against bad teams. I think the Bears can be a really good team. I equate the Bears more towards the Broncos last year, where they kind of have pieces, they kind of have things, they're moving in the right direction, they're going to be a good team, but I'm not ready. They're not ready. So yeah, I don't think the Bears are it for the division. So yeah, I mean, that just naturally leads me to the Lions in this spot. But let's talk about this particular game. I think this is a really spot that I really like. It definitely will be in my consideration for plays this week, and maybe even in the top 3 for this show. But I really like the Lions here. The Lions are traditionally really good at home versus bad teams, coming off of a loss. This just checks all the boxes. The Giants can't stop the run. And I'm thinking that this new coach is not going to put Dart in harm's way. I mean, that's really what cost Dable the job. I mean, really, he's in contention to be the new head coach. So I think the one thing he doesn't want to do is go get Dart killed out there. So I could see more of a conservative game plan for the Giants, and you can't have a conservative game plan versus the Lions and have any hope. I think Gibbs or Montgomery will have huge games, and we've already seen that. They already got J-Mo off a couple games, and Amon-Ra had a bad game. So traditionally in this spot, I generally try to find the dude that doesn't go off the week before, because these coaches kind of like to spread it around, and you don't want like your star to, go AJ Brown on him. So I could see St. Brown being big in this game. I definitely can see Gibbs. I mean, you can see he loves Gibbs, and Gibbs has breakaway every time. So I love the Lions. I like the pieces. This would be like a really nice onslaught game from a DFS standpoint too.
Yeah, some people in the chat liking the team total here. Tony, I know you love team total bets. So, I mean, Lions over 30. I mean, you like that as a bet?
Yeah, I mean, the Lions, I agree with you guys. Like, I like the Lions. It's just, I feel like they've been letting me down more, though. Like, their defense, I just feel like their defense isn't quite there. They shut the Eagles down in a lot of ways. That game was just so ugly, both directions. The Eagles shut them down. It was just a weird football game. But I just can't take the Giants. I agree with everything ODB said. I think the Giants are going to play more conservative, which the only thing that was making them like decent was how aggressive they were and hanging Dart out to dry, as bad as that sounds. Like, they need him to be aggressive to be that caliber. So that's the risk to it. I like Detroit. I like over too, because like I said, I don't think Detroit's defense is that special. So I think the Giants will score some points too. And yeah, the Lions, I got to be on the Lions. And that division, like you guys are talking about, I don't love the Bears. I definitely don't love the Packers. I don't really see how we don't take the Lions at a plus number.
I don't see
I'm
how.
a little worried though. Like, I don't know if I think that. I thought they were the best team for a while. I'm a little eased up on them though. I like them in the division still. Overall though, I don't think I like them as much as I did.
Well, I'll say this: the one team I'm
you.
lowest on is the Packers on that division.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that part.
So
sure.
if we don't like the Packers, we're either taking the Bears at plus 390, or we're taking the Lions at plus 130.
The Bears are seriously still plus 390, even though they're in first.
If I see the chat, bear down, we still squeak them out. If you're a Bears
that's a good
fan,
price being up a game.
It's a
and
good
they're
price.
well coached. Like, they're a well coached team. So,
and I will say the last game that probably will end up getting flexed out on the season is going to be Bears-Lions. That's week 18. And
that's the problem, though. It's like, I don't think the Bears can beat them.
But it's in Chicago at least. So it's not indoors. It's in Chicago. And at that time, you don't know how the weather's going to be. Like, I'm just saying, if it gets to
you
that
do know
point,
how the weather is going to be. It's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad. Right. I meant we don't know how bad it will be, though. And we know Jared Goff, he's going to be used to these, nice indoor wet, because he's going to be inside for the next 5-6 games in a row up till almost that point. I don't know if it's that game or the week 17 when they finally play outside. It's one of those two, but I mean, that's interesting, I think. So I think it's going to be close. The Bears are going to have to beat the Packers, though. They see the Packers twice in 3 weeks coming up soon. I forget if it's this week that it is. Is it this week that they get Pittsburgh this week, Philly, and then they go Green Bay, Cleveland, Green Bay. So that's going to be those are going to be a huge set of games there in the division. But Lions are interesting. I think it's either the Lions or the Bears, though, one or the other. And what do you mean? Hate to see it, JSU. What does this mean? I don't know what this means. Hate to see.
I know what it means. It means that you just dumped your Packers. You've been talking for 3 years on Jordan Love and the Packers. And meanwhile, Big T and I, every single show, we're like, Packers ain't it. Jordan Love ain't it.
No. My Packers owned you guys. You guys can't even talk about the Packers. My Packers owned you
2 years
in that
ago.
game. Yeah, that was when I was talking about the Packers. Was literally.
Come on, man! Preseason, I think you picked the Packers to win this division. Didn't you pick the Packers to make the Super Bowl?
I don't know. I'll have to look.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did it. No, you know who I picked to go to the Super Bowl. I bet them. I picked 2 teams, one in the AFC and one in the NFC to meet. You know who I picked. I was telling you before the show. Who did I bet?
I thought you picked the Packers.
I bet the Broncos and the Rams to win the divisions, the AFC and NFC, and to meet in the Super Bowl. That's who I bet. It's posted too. I posted it on Twitter. I have all my bets. Me and Tony did the show. You weren't there for the offseason. We did it before the season started.
Yeah.
Tony, you remember we did the show, the Print Factory show with all the division picks and everything? Yeah. I picked the Rams and the Broncos. You had me thinking for a second. I couldn't remember.
I thought you picked the Packers, but
I might have picked the Packers to win the division before the season. That might be what you're thinking of, but I
that's
didn't
what
pick
he
them.
hates to see. You jumping off the Packers bandwagon.
Yeah. I just don't like what I've seen.
First
don't
it was
like
the
it.
Browns, then it was the Packers.
I don't like it. I don't like what
The Browns was his original team he loved like 7 years ago.
God, Nick Chubb was like one of my favorite players. I love Nick Chubb. Yeah, they had such a good offensive line, and I am not pulling a Wiley. This is some bullshit, okay? This is where I push back against you
fuckers
in chat.
No one wavers back and forth more than Wiley.
You need to find the Super Bowl prediction show. I'm almost sure the first show.
ODB, wait a second. Now ODB's calling me out, so now I'm going to.
No, we're not wasting more time with this. So you picked the Rams. I remember it. We're not wasting time with this.
All right,
we're going to be here till 6 p.m. if we're arguing about Super Bowl picks.
All right, Tony, go to this game here. Cincinnati and New England in Cincy, 50.5 total. Big news. Jamar Chase spits in the face of defender and now has to suffer the consequences.
And denies it like people don't see it on camera.
Yeah.
Come on, Jamar. Like, there's cameras everywhere. Like, you can't be just spitting huge loogies on people and then denying it. Like, come on, Jamar. But the Bengals have been one of my most profitable teams this year, all jokes aside. I just keep going against them and just keep winning money, and I'm going to be against them. How could you not like New England this week? Like, Cincinnati is totally dead. New England's peaking, playing great football, and it's a teaser game on top of it. They were asking for teasers, tease it down to 2.5. Absolutely love New England, and I am back on. So last week, maybe my biggest bet of the week was the under Bengals, Pittsburgh. It almost somehow got there through just random stuff happening, but it did win. And I'm back on the over this week, though. New England and the over. I love New England, though. I'm all aboard the New England train.
Against your Super Bowl winning Cincinnati Bengals. Interesting, Tony. That's what you had preseason.
Maybe you did pick the Packers. I'm back on ODB's side. I think you picked the Packers, ODB.
I'm pretty sure he did, but
ODB, what do you got here? Bengals, Patriots.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, you look at this game, and it's the Bengals have a terrible defense. May is playing at an all-pro level. This Patriots team's just rolling every week. But I mean, like we just seen in the NFL, like that's just not normally how it works. Like normally, like you just can't be a young team and just roll every single week and not have a letdown. I mean, it seems like the Bengals have nothing to play for. They got to hate their coach. Like this has got to be it for him, right? I mean, he's got to be gone. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Bengals have nothing. They just have nothing to play for. They have no team chemistry. They have no nothing. But yet this just screams like like, how did we get here? It's 29-27 in the fourth quarter. You know, I don't know. It just screams
take the
like
Patriots. You're a Patriots guy. Just take them and enjoy your money.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Bengals suck. I'm the Bengals guy.
I mean, they do.
So bad.
They do. I mean, this has got to be like, yeah, who we playing? And I mean, DFS. This has got to be like
Travion. The easiest play ever again.
The Patriots are gonna run for like 250 yards against this team.
Yeah, but I mean, it's gotta be a Yoshi or Higgins. Like one of those dudes got to go off, right?
The Bengals suck.
Well, just so you know,
you hate to see it. JSU throwing in the towel on the Packers. Big T throwing in the towel on the Bengals.
Thrown him in for the last
Big T's thrown him in for the last like 8 weeks now.
They're so bad. It's free money. I love it because it's free money. Every week it's free money.
He's been on to the Chargers for the last like 5 weeks, and I guarantee you he's off the Chargers now too. He's going to be on to the next team.
I've been off the Chargers. I hate the Chargers too. I'm on to Seattle. We already talked about this.
Oh, I forgot.
You're on team already.
You're on to Seattle. By the way, Zach Taylor quote here: "These opportunities are fun ones. Great opportunity to find our rhythm. Zach Taylor on playing the Patriots this week.
Bet
That
New
would make
England. Like, not only do the Bengals suck, they don't have their best player. Like, I mean, wow.
The one thing I do hope is I hope that Ramondre Stevenson does not play this week. Give us one more trade.
Can't matter, can it? After how good he's looked, can they really just do it? There's no way.
You say there's no way, and there's always a way. And the fact that you say this,
he's looked too good.
You know what I'm doing this week? I'm betting both of them together to score, because that's what's going to happen anyways. We're going to talk this stuff. It's like, no way. And then both guys are going to score, and both guys are going to be good. So we'll just do that and move on. Let's go to the next game here. The Jets and the Ravens. Big news here. They bench my boy Justin Fields coming off of a game where he finally runs a little bit more. And then the coach says after the game, we can't let Justin become a running back. Well, I don't know what the fuck you guys paid $30 million guaranteed over the next 2 years and $40 million total. The man's best attribute is his legs. I don't understand. Why did you pay this dude then? I don't understand what Aaron Glenn is even talking about. But now we get Tyrod Taylor, who's going to be so much better than Justin Fields. We'll see about that one. But what are we doing? 13.5 point spread, Ravens at home. ODB, I think I know where you're going here.
I mean, just lay the wood, like whatever. I mean, how are the Jets going to stop them? How are the Jets going to score? Like, if you can't stop a team and you can't score, and I mean, like, if the Ravens would have come out and blew the Browns out, like, I could see maybe a sleepy spot. But I mean, it's like, come on, it's time to show like who you are and what you are. It's time to, I mean, I don't know if there's value for DFS somewhere. Like, I haven't really looked at the slate, but I mean, if you can get Lamar this week, like, this is smash Lamar spot. This is time for him to show like, okay, I'm fine, guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. This is the spot where I think he's hoping with this quarterback switch, Aaron Glenn they'll get like a boost. The team will rally around Tyrod. They know what Tyrod is. I just don't. Maybe it gives them a boost. I doubt it. And the Ravens defense has been playing better. Offense, obviously, with Lamar back. I think this is a Ravens spot too. And I hate betting these big spreads, but I think I got to go with the Ravens here. Tony, what are you doing?
These spots are the spots I freaking hate. I mean, the Ravens, I want to take the Ravens, but it's a 2-touchdown spread. I can't take the Jets. I mean, there's never a scenario I'm taking the Jets versus the Ravens. I'm just not doing it. So it's either a no bet or Baltimore. And for the sake of the show, we got to pick. So I will pick Baltimore. I know I'm a Baltimore hater and I've made fun of it. I don't think they've looked that great though. Like,
they haven't.
I'm a hater though, so it doesn't matter.
No, I think their defenses looked a little better. I don't know if their offenses look like amazing, but I think their defenses look better.
Well, here's the thing. If you're just trying to find people to bet in the AFC, and then you can really point towards the flaws of Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City, and pick one of these upstart teams, Denver, New England, Indy, whatever. But if you are one of the mindset, we know these rosters, and one of these teams, like, I trust a team to peak at the right time. That's where I can sell myself on Baltimore. That's where I sold myself on Baltimore weeks ago when I got the great price. But now, like, yes, Baltimore doesn't look great. If the playoffs started today, I picked Denver to beat them. I picked New England to beat them. But, my futures bet is not how they're playing today. It's how they'll come together in 6 weeks with Lamar getting healthier, hopefully, and integrating back in this offense, the defense, gelling and all that stuff, and a coaching staff that knows how to prepare and peak at the right time. So that's the Baltimore selling piece. But Tony is absolutely correct. If the playoffs started today, Baltimore is not it right now. I mean, if Baltimore plays like a good team right now, it's hard to pick Baltimore because they're not very good. Problem is the Jets wide receiver one is what? I don't even know. Who's their wide receiver one? Adonai Mitchell, John Mechie. Like, I mean, it's like Mason Taylor. I mean, they're just I can't see them putting up 14 points, and you're just not stopping Lamar. I mean, every team scores 30 on the Jets. So, like, how are they winning this football game? Or, I mean, how are they keeping it within 2 touchdowns? They're just not.
Yeah, and the Jets cornerback situation right now is brutal. So if Lamar is throwing like it's probably a Zay Flowers week, it's got to be. I mean, that's.
I mean, Zay Flowers is going to be the high-owned guy because he's just got the floor and everything. But if you want to play GPPs, just play Bateman. I mean, he's the guy who catches 4 for 120.
He was out last week. Is he back this week?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, from a GPP's perspective, like playing Zay Flowers into 35% ownership, like whatever, is not like that much fun. But playing Bateman or Likely or somebody like that, like could do something. I mean, I'm not the DFS.
I mean, I want to attack these corners for the Jets because they're awful. All right, next game, another big spread. Tony Super Bowl winning to be Seattle Seahawks here.
My third selection.
13.5 favorites in Tennessee, and it's a 40.5 total in this sucker right here. Tony, I'll throw this one to you. You are, I'll give you the credit. You are the highest one on Seattle, and I think Seattle's a good football team too. I'm with you, but you were quickest to, man, I think Seattle might be really good. And outside of last week where there was some issues for Sam Darnold, now they get a cupcake matchup in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and last week, honestly, people will laugh at this, but like he had the 4 picks or whatever it was, played terrible, and they still had a field goal to win the game against maybe the best team in football. So like, I didn't leave that game less confident, even though they lost. If anything, I left more confident because, I mean, if they make a field goal, which it was a long one, but in this day and age inside, I mean, he makes that probably 7 out of 10 or something to win the game, even after all the interceptions. So I'm still confident. This game's exactly like Baltimore, though. How in the world? I'm never taking Tennessee again. Seattle's my team that I'm highest on. There's just no way I'm not picking Seattle, so I don't need to even waste time talking about it. It's not going to be like a crazy high bet, though. I don't like laying 2 touchdowns, but I'll take Seattle.
Yeah, it's tough not to. ODB, any strong take on this game?
Yeah, I mean, I can't take Tennessee. I came out of that game with the same feeling that I have on Seattle, that against bad teams and medium teams, they're probably really, really good. They have a very efficient offense. They can do everything. Their defense is really, really strong. When Darnold gets pressure and the offensive line can't, then he just is going to be prone to make mistakes. I like the Rams in that game. I kind of felt robbed that they didn't cover. They were up the whole game. I mean, even though Seattle dominated it statistically, it's like, when the quarterback throws 4 interceptions, all like that flip the field, like you're just supposed to cover. I don't know. I felt like the Rams kind of were going through the motions there, or maybe just Seattle's defense is just really that good.
Seattle's defense is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I like the Seattle team, and I like them against a bad team. I mean, I don't do these kind of bets, but if you ever wanted to do like a 10-point 3-teamer, like Seattle, Baltimore, Detroit, I mean, Jesus Christ, like how the hell is that?
What odds do you get on those these days?
I don't even know. I don't do them, but I think they're like even money. You do 3 at 10 or something. I could be wrong.
Probably get close to even money. Yeah.
It's got to be like, I bet 4 teams is even money at 10. Probably.
I can't imagine that any of those 3 games are within a touchdown. So, you give yourself a little cushion. But again, I'm just going to go towards the big favorite again. I mean, it's boring. It's fishy. It's whatever. But I mean, one thing we have seen in the NFL these days is there's a lot of parity up top. Like there's a lot of good teams, no like great teams. But the other thing that we've seen is the bottom of the league is extremely bad. And, Tennessee is at the bottom of the bottom. And, they played as good a game as they could against Davis Mills and still couldn't win. I think this is, Darnold's going to come out and prove I think the coaches are going to try to get his confidence back up. And the way you do that is, you throw the ball 30 times, play action. And I don't think Tennessee has anything to stop them. WR1 for Tennessee this week is what, Van Jefferson? I mean, I'm not really sure that they can keep up, especially against the Seattle D. I mean, again, if there's value, you could just go ahead and load up the Seattle defense. I can't imagine Cam Ward doing anything against this team. So, yeah, I mean, I got to just lay it again. It sucks to keep laying them, but
yeah, Seattle team total over 26.5. I mean, that's going in. These bad teams, they're putting up points. Like Washington, they put up so many points that they stopped playing offense in the middle of that third quarter. It was just so bad. And then the Cardinals, I'm sure Cam Ward's going to give it to him once or twice and in good spots defensively. So, yeah, they're going over. They're going to put up some points here after that tough loss against the Rams. Let's go to the next game here. We got a good one. We got the Colts at the Chiefs, 3.5 point spread here, 50.5 total. I want to say must win for the Chiefs. But this is a big game.
You can say it. It's pretty much a must win for the Chiefs. I mean,
okay, all right, must win here. 3.5 points. I mean, Tony, go through it, man. Talk about it here. Chiefs at home against the Colts. What are we doing?
I still have yet to ever get a Chiefs game right, like ever in my life, ever any side. I don't like the Colts either, so naturally I like the Chiefs in this game. But man, I don't know. It might just be time. Whenever I'm ready to bury the Chiefs, it's when they come back and look good. And there's no team I'm worse at handicapping than the Chiefs. Like, it's embarrassing. It's so freaking embarrassing. They're in a must win though, and I don't like the Colts. I have to take the Chiefs. I just laugh though. Look at Dub KJ. He hates me being on him. I don't blame you. I apologize, Dub KJ. I don't feel good about it. I have to pick, though. We're required on the Print Factory to pick the game. I like the Chiefs, but, man, I can't wait for ODB to take the Colts and own me. My God. The Chiefs. I don't even want to talk about the Chiefs games.
Okay, ODB, you want to talk about it, so talk about it here.
I mean, I came into this week thinking, like, yeah, this is where Casey does it. I mean, there's no way that Casey is going to lose this game. And I don't know. I mean, this is just where, like, Casey just finds a way, right? I mean, they just always do. But I'm just not impressed with Casey at all. Like, everybody's like, oh, this Casey team's better than last year. Like, I saw some rankings that still had them number 2. I'm like, are you guys even watching? Like, they can't get the ball into their playmakers' hands. Like, literally, their best play is a Pat Mahomes arm punt and hope for interference or Thornton to catch the ball. It's literally their entire offense. Throw the ball 2 yards around the line of scrimmage and hope Rice can get 4 yards. Ram Kareem Hunt up the middle for 2 yards and arm punted down the field and hope that the officials call interference. That's literally their entire offense. They have 3 plays. The Colts have gone to the Rams, played them extremely tough. If it wasn't for Adonai Mitchell dropping the ball, they'd probably win that game. They went and they ball bagged the Chargers, who, like, pretty good team, maybe not great, but they're still pretty good. They've done everything they're supposed to coming off of a bye. The Chiefs had the physical, emotional game at altitude last week. Teams are 0-5 after playing at Detroit this year. I think they're like 2-8 after playing Denver. Like, we see when teams play like these tough physical teams coming back the next week, and now you have a rested Colts team. They had an entire 2 weeks to prepare for this football game. And now you're giving me 3.5 points. I don't really see how this game doesn't come down to the wire. Maybe variance takes hold and the Chiefs pull one out. But with this construction of the Chiefs, I just can't lay the points because I just don't see how their offense is just not good enough. And look, let's just call it out. I mean, everybody wants to just Mahomes greatest ever, Mahomes this, Mahomes that, but Mahomes has not been good the last few weeks. He's just not. Like you can see the second play of the game, Xavier Worthy's wide open down the field, and he just overshoots him by like 3 yards. Travis Kelce's old. They refuse to play Brashard Smith, and they're just running Kareem Hunt up the middle, short passes and long arm punts. This is 2025, man. That offense just does not get it done. The Colts are dynamic. They have playmakers all over the field. I trust Daniel Jones to do enough. I like the under in this game, man. I don't see the Chiefs being able to keep pace. But, I like the Colts. I wanted to like the Chiefs, honestly, with as much as my Chiefs bias is, I was like, this is the spot for them. I can pick them. It's not going to kill me with the Broncos bets that I have, and it won't hurt me at all. Like, but I don't know. I mean, the Colts, I don't know. Yeah.
The hard part about
what am I going too far at? What did I say that's not true? The arm punt
part with the under
literally the entire offense.
I think he is. I think he's just not happy with that entire monologue that you just gave about the Chiefs. I don't think he's happy about it. But
arm punt Mahomes. That's what I'm nicknaming him. I put that in my group in the group chat that I have with these people about during the Broncos game. I said, really, the only way the Chiefs win this game, like as it was halfway through, is if the Mahomes arm punt interference comes through. And sure enough, boom. They call this bullshit play on Riley like they always do. And then boom, like a little while later, arm punt, and somehow Thornton comes down with it. I mean, that's it. Those are the 2 biggest plays for the Chiefs. I mean, their offense is not good, man. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just not.
Yeah, I like your under take. That 50.5. I like the under here. I'm in on that with the KC in the Chiefs game. Or KC in the Indy game. I'm like Tony. I've been horrible at picking these Chiefs games. I'll be shocked if they lose this game, though. That's all I'm going to say. I will be shocked if Kansas City loses this game at home. Big, massive game, whether you call it must win or not. It's a huge game for them. So I'll go the Chiefs here. Let's go.
I mean, we're talking spread, right? They're covering. You're having them covering. They might win, but I'm
not betting this Chiefs game. I'm picking the Chiefs, yes, but I'm not betting this game except for the under.
You sure you don't want to bet the Colts plus 3.5 and the Chiefs to win?
No, I thought about it. Because you kind of said it when you talked about it that this game was going to be close. So you pretty much said when you said that it's going to fall.
It's a live dog game.
Yeah, so you pretty much said this game's going to fall 3. So just saying, like, sounds like you might want to do the Chiefs money line plus 3.5. That's all I'm saying. Vikings and Packers divisional game here. Packers at home, 6.5-point favorites to JJ McCarthy and the Minnesota Vikings here. Josh Jacobs looks like he'll be out, but I think not for very long, which is huge for this Packers team. And they need it because they can't lose. I mean, Tucker Kraft was a huge loss, and they can't lose many more important guys to this offense here. I'm going to say it. I'm going to go the Vikings here with the points, 6.5. I think whenever I see Green Bay with these bigger spreads, these six plus point spreads, I just always want to play the dog team because they just play down to their competition so much. Saw it with the Giants game. You've seen it against the Browns. In all these spots, they just always do it. So give me the dog here. And I don't know about the total here, but I'll take the 6.5 with the Vikings. ODB, I'll throw this one to you here. What are we doing?
All right. So you teased earlier a bet that I like, futures. I went through and I looked at the Packers schedule. Let me read you their schedule for the rest of the year. This game, obviously, this game they're favored and pretty good favorite. Then they go to Detroit on Thanksgiving. Then they have Chicago at home, at Denver, at Chicago, Baltimore at home, who Baltimore's probably going to need that game for the playoffs, and then at Minnesota. There's no layups there. They're plus 300 to miss the playoffs. And I looked at all the other teams in contention. The Lions are minus 400 to make the playoffs. The Niners are minus 600 to make the playoffs. And the Bears are minus 135 to make the playoffs. So basically, it has to be the Packers or the Bears. I mean, those are the two teams that are playing for that last playoff spot. And if the Bears are minus 135, basically a coin flip, and you're getting 300 on the Packers with this schedule, I think the Packers are a really nice value. Basically just comes down to if the Packers sweep the Bears. The Packers have to sweep the Bears. So you're basically getting a 2-game money line parlay. I think if the Bears split with the Packers there, the Bears have enough soft spots the rest of the year that they can eke out enough wins. And the Packers have enough tough spots where they're going to probably lose a couple games. That being said, I think I might wait a week. As good as the price is now, I don't see JJ McCarthy coming and doing anything in this game. Like, he is bad. He's really bad. And I'm not really surprised by it, to be honest. I mean, I didn't like McCarthy coming out, and I trusted KOC this year that, like, he might be okay and might be able to get him on board, but he's just not good. And I don't know what he's going to do against Michael Parsons and this Green Bay defense. I don't see Minnesota being able to score very much at all. I don't trust the Packers offense, but I don't know. I don't want to really just say that this game's 10-7 and that's the way that the Vikings win the game. So if I don't think the Vikings can win the game and I don't think the Vikings can put up more than, 13 points, then I just have to take the Packers. It sucks. I'm like on all the favorites this week, which really, really sucks. But yeah, I can't in good conscience bet this Vikings team that couldn't even score at home against this Chicago defense. I just can't.
All right, Tony, what are you doing here with the Vikings and JJ McCarthy, who again struggled mightily?
Yeah, I mean, the Vikings have been one of the worst offenses in football, honestly. I mean, looking at my flow chart as you guys are talking, I mean, literally they could be honestly the worst offense in football with the expectations and the players they got. They might, with everything factored in, I think they're maybe the worst offense in football. So I agree with, again, a lot of what ODB said, where I just can't. I'm looking at my picks so far, and I'm on all the favorites pretty much too, which sucks. I hate it. Some weeks the favorites win, though, and Minnesota just looks dead to me. These teams that look dead, once you get to week 12, I just struggle to pick those teams, and then the past several years, I've just done better just fading the teams that look dead. Are they going to lose every game? No. Are you going to win every game? No. But you just have to win more than you lose to make money, and I'm just not going to make it more difficult than I need to. I'm low on Green Bay too, but I just – Minnesota, the final straw with me was last week. They just looked so bad versus Chicago, and I have to take Green Bay here. I like the under too just because of how bad Minnesota's offense has looked.
Yeah. All right. Next game, Steelers and Bears in Chicago, 2.5-point spread in this one. Bears are favored. Steelers, Aaron Rodgers looks like he got banged up a little bit. We'll see what's going on with him. Also, Jaylen Warren, a little banged up as well. But only 2.5-point dogs to the Bears. It's a 45.5 total. Steelers have been solid this year. Kind of finding ways to get it done throughout the years. And ODB, you kind of talked about the Bears, maybe a little smoke and mirrors with the teams they've beat, and it's been really close games, but they have been getting it done in close games, which is also good that they've been winning these close games. Maybe feels like a little like Washington-y from last year.
I mean, maybe. But I mean, I've been in the Ben Johnson camp and the Caleb Williams camp from the beginning. So Yeah, even though I haven't picked the Bears every game
Watch
this
out.
year.
Tony doesn't like when you talk too much about good coaching. He doesn't like that. Just be careful.
That's because he's got Zach Taylor as his coach. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't know good coaching.
Oh, poor Tony. He's got to deal with Zach Taylor.
Poor Tony's got to deal with you every day. He only has to deal with me once a week.
I know it's rough. It's rough. I think that's why he chews on his pen all throughout the show. I think he does it more when he's like crunching on it because he doesn't want to like spit back at me too hard. I'm like, bring it on, you big puss. I don't care. Say whatever you want. But I think he tries to hold it in. So that's why that pen stays friggin' where it is.
Talk about smoke and mirrors team, this Pittsburgh Steelers. Complete smoke, complete mirrors. You might have Mason Rudolph or whatever his name is, Randolph Rudolph. He sucks. Rodgers sucks. The offense sucks. There's no weapons. The defense sucks. Bears are at home, feeling themselves confident. They can run the football. This Pittsburgh D stinks. Yeah, I love the Bears here. 2.5 is not much. Yeah, another favorite, but at least this one's a small favorite. Yeah, I don't like the Steelers at all, and I like the Bears a lot in this game. This will probably be one of my picks. I like the Bears. I think to me, you're telling me these two teams are even, and I don't see it. I don't see anything the Steelers are good at. They're not good defensively. They're not good offensively. They're not really good coached. I mean, they have a good field goal kicker. But I mean, yeah, the Steelers suck. Give me the Bears here.
Yeah, you're probably right, Frederick. He probably just does it to annoy me. Now, Big T, what do you think here? Is it a Bears season? Does the Bears season continue here?
It looks like one of the trappiest numbers of the week to me. Like Rodgers is either banged up or out. And if he's out, like I don't love Rodgers, but man, they don't have anything behind him. I don't really understand how Chicago's only -2.5. It's really throwing me off a little bit. I don't get it. Like Pittsburgh just feels bad. Is Jalen Warren like hurt too? He was hurt last week.
He got hurt in the game, yeah.
He said he could have come back if he needed to. So
yeah.
But I mean, we're handicapping for Jalen Warren now, a 5'4" scat back. I mean,
he's like their best player.
I know. That's sad. That tells you all you need. Their best player is like running 3 tight ends.
Don't you talk shit about 311-pound Darnell Wright, who's just throwing people to the side, just mauling people. Don't you talk down to Darnell Wright.
I think it's Washington.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. Washington. I was thinking of who's the lineman?
I just assumed you were talking about a lineman or something.
I was thinking about the right tackle for the Bears.
I mean, that's literally that's the ticket for the Steelers is they just run that 3 tight end set and they just keep pounding these tight ends against these small DBs. That's the formula. That's the formula for the Steelers, and it could work. I mean, that's really it. They have to figure out how to, get these tight ends on the ground.
I do kind of like Pittsburgh's teaser, though. We were talking about teasers earlier. Tease it up to 8.5. I can't see the Pittsburgh getting blown out or anything, so maybe that's the play here.
Yeah, I lean the Bears too, but it does feel a little trappy, but I think I'm going with the Bears here, just with Rodgers being a little banged up. I'm sure he'll tough it out, but just does scare me a little bit. And we think it's a close game. Bears have been winning the close game, so I'll continue with that. Cardinals and Jaguars here next up. 3-point spread, 47.5 is the total here in this one. It's a big boy total for these teams, but the Cardinals been getting it done, whether it's in garbage time. They're putting up enough points. Love the over last week. I think me and Tony both talked about the 49ers Cardinals over in that game. That game obviously went over. I think we could see another over spot with the Cardinals and Jags here. And it's a 3-point number. No Marvin Harrison again for Arizona, which does suck. Trey Benson, they opened up a 21-day window for him to practice. So he won't be back this week, but he should be back soon. They need running back help because they lost DeMarcado to an injury. He's doubtful to play this week. So still a lot of banged up offensive players for the Cardinals, but are at home against the Jaguars. I mean, Tony, what are you doing with the Cardinals here at home? It's only a 3-point spread.
Yeah, and the crazy part is Jacoby's been the best quarterback fantasy-wise the last 5 weeks. We talked about it last week. We said 4 weeks. He added another good week in there. So now the last 5 weeks, he's literally QB1 of just fantasy numbers, which is crazy. Jacoby Brissett. It can't last forever, though. It's got to come to an end at some point. And I don't love Jacksonville by any means, but I do think their defense is solid. And they were impressive last week. I mean, they laid a whooping. So I think I have to go Jacksonville here. Again, I just keep taking favorites, though. It's like you can't take favorites all the way down the freaking board. I got to find some dogs, and I'm looking at even the rest of the games. And I'm like, am I really just going to pick every favorite down the entire card and just be a total donkey? Like, people are watching this show just for us to say to take every favorite. It's freaking embarrassing. Like, I hate picking games I don't like, though. And I don't know. I should not bet this week is what I should do, because you can't just like every favorite. Like, it's just bad. And I do. So I don't know. I like Jacksonville here. I actually really like Jacksonville too. Arizona, I've been on them too. Like, I feel like I have a good feel for Arizona. I just don't think they match up good with Jacksonville. I just feel like Jacksonville's going to handle the line of scrimmage. Jacoby's going to wear out a little bit here. Yeah, give me Jacksonville.
All right, Tony, on the Jacksonville side, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take the dog here in Arizona. I think they can hang in. I think they've shown that they can hang in. I like Arizona, and I like the over. I think we, again, see points in this game. I mean, Arizona, literally last week, they set the record for penalties. Like, it was insane how many penalties they got called against them. It kind of fucked up, messed up some of their offense, obviously hurt them on defense. Like, it just messed up the game in general. So hopefully that kind of comes down a little bit. We're not seeing friggin' 17, 18 flags on one side of the ball. And that should help keep this game a little closer here. Let's go to another 4:00 game. Cleveland at the Las Vegas Raiders here. And the big news coming out from the Cleveland side, Shedeur Sanders going to get the start in this one. And everyone wants to talk about when he came in and, you know, the few plays he had at the end of that last game. Now he gets a full week of practice. Let's see what he has full week of practice in Las Vegas against the Raiders, who are not some great team overall. But it is a 36.5 total in Las Vegas. I mean, ODB, what are we doing with that? 36 is crazy low.
I mean, I think Shedeur is probably going to be atrocious. Yeah, I cannot. Look, this is as easy a spot as you get. I mean, you can't have a softer landing spot than indoors versus this Raiders team. It's not like it's going to be a hostile crowd. I mean, you probably have a lot of Browns and Shedeur fans there. So, I mean, it's not going to be a hostile spot. It's indoors, and the Raiders defense is just as bad as it gets. I mean, the Jags scored 39 on them or something. And, you know, the Cowboys just mercy kneeled on it at the end of the game after scoring 30 something. I mean, it seems bad to lay 3.5 points with Geno Smith and this offense and offensive line versus Myles Garrett. But that being said, my guess is that Shedeur is just atrocious. I mean, there's a reason why this dude went in the 5th round. There's a reason why he couldn't get snaps. There's a reason why Dylan Gabriel, who's by all accounts been one of the worst quarterbacks that we've ever seen, like, play, he couldn't even contend for it. I think the Browns know what they have in Shedeur. I think they know he sucks. and they've been kind of hiding him to not expose him. I think he's going to get wrecked. Max Crosby's going to wreck him. Yeah, I mean, it does not feel good with one of the worst teams in the NFL to lay 3.5 points, but this line tells you everything you need to know, and that's that people do not believe in Shador. You cannot have, you just don't see lines like this. You do not see a team that is this bad in the Raiders laying more than a field goal versus a defense like the Browns. It doesn't feel good, but I'm just going to take the Raiders here. I don't think the Browns score very much at all.
Yeah, man, I don't know if either of these teams are going to score that much. The Raiders' offense looked like crap. You want to talk about bad offense? You want to go watch bad offensive line play? Just go watch the Raiders against the Dallas Cowboys, who don't have some amazing defense by any means, and go watch the Dallas Cowboys destroy this offensive line. They could not. The Raiders could not run the football at all in that game against Dallas. Against the Cowboys, they could not move the football. Ashton Genty was getting hit behind the line of scrimmage constantly. They only ran the ball 6 or 7 times or whatever it was. And it was only for 7 or yards or 11. I forget at the end of the day what it ended up being, but it was atrocious. I never seen a center get knocked back on his ass so much in a game. That center was so bad. I was watching some breakdowns of their offensive line and some of the running plays, and they were pulling guards, and the guards were just going in the wrong spot, and the tackle wasn't sealing the edge. There was just so many things wrong. Everyone was doing something wrong on the offensive line. It was that bad for the Raiders. So I expect the Browns defense to have success here, and the Raiders defensive line might have some success too with Max Crosby and Shador Sanders, because he loves to hold the football and he loves to drift back in the pocket. That can lead to, big sacks and stuff like that, putting your team in, long third down. So, yeah, it's crazy to say, but I probably still lean the under. But I would take the dog point. I take the 3.5 here. I think this is going to be an ugly game and low scoring. Literally think this is probably a 13-10 game here. I'll take the Browns with the 3.5. Tony, anything else here from you?
I mean, I can't take the Raiders after what I saw on Sunday or Monday, whenever they played. And I have to take a dog. I got to break my streak. So I got to take Shador. I believe in you, Shador. Give me my first dog victory of the day, baby.
All right, let's see if he can do it. I think he's going to be very up and down, but we'll see. I'm hoping for it because I'm going to bet the Browns. Eagles and Cowboys here. Big game, big 4:00 game here. Divisional game. We saw this game in week 1. Jalen Carter spat on or near Dak or whatever it was, got thrown out before the offense even took a snap. And that completely changed the game plan for the Dallas Cowboys. Dak even said it after, when Jalen Carter got thrown out, which he didn't think he was going to get thrown out at all, probably because Dak was spitting at him before he did. Whatever, doesn't get thrown out, and the second guy always gets thrown out. But they changed their game plan. They ran the football really well. That game is not going to go the same as this game for sure, because Jalen Carter back, that run defense has been really good. Their defense adding Phillips from Miami, they stole that dude for a 3rd-round pick. That was a gift. I like the way this Eagles defense is kind of shaping up, but I do think it could make the Cowboys a lot more of a pass funnel here if they can't get the run game going. And this is an Eagles defense that kind of forced Jahmyr Gibbs to become a receiver because he couldn't get anything going on the ground either in the Lions. So I think we're going to see a lot of passing here from the Cowboys. And I hope that the Eagles offense can kind of push it to a little bit and get us over this total 47.5. I'm going to go over, but I'm going to take the 3 with the Cowboys. I think this is another close game, and I'll take the dog here Tony was saying we need to take some dogs on this show. Let's go, Tony. Take the Cowboys here. Step it up. Take the dog.
I can't follow you to the dog in this one because Dallas, I just wasn't that impressed with them. The Raiders were bad. And Philly just looks good again. They always end up looking good by the end of the year. The defense looks legit. I will say the offense does look rough. that is one thing. I mean, their offense has not looked great, and Dallas's offense looks good. So I'm 100% choosing defense over offense in this game, which I don't love to do. I usually like to pick the offense more, but in this spot, I have to take Philly. Dallas looked great in that early game. Dallas has looked great at a lot of times. But in this spot, Philly, they just look like they're putting it all together after the trades, getting healthy, everything kind of coming together. I have to take Philly. And Philly looks like a tough out again this year with how they're looking right now.
Yeah, Philly definitely starting to get better. I just think these two teams, I think they know each other enough. They're going to play each other pretty close. So I see closer game. ODB, what do you see here? Are you on the Philly train, or do you see a closer game and lean the dog?
I like the over, and I think that the Cowboys defense is the get right spot of the year. I mean, it's them and the Bengals, and the Eagles couldn't put them away week one, and they gave them a game. And I think this is really a get right spot. I think you can. The great thing about the Eagles is if you can play tournament teams and really just put a couple of pieces in there. I mean, it's going to be one of a few pieces. They don't have too many. So I think this is probably a pretty good tournament game. I think that I like the Eagles here. Also, in what I've noticed, when you have big tragedies and things that happen, teams kind of get up for 1 week and then, the first game, because it's like we're doing it, and then it just takes so much. They put so much energy into that week that, it's tough to come back that following week, and you get a physical team this next week. Letdown spot. The Eagles are just doing everything well. And just the fact that they've had two poor offensive showings in a row, I think this is like a spot where they're not going to take this game for granted. Also, they can basically the division's kind of sealed up anyway, but they basically just seal it all up right here. I like the Eagles. I like the over in this game.
All right, Eagles and over there. Let's go to the next spot here. More impactful piece, Quinion or Phillips? Well, they're both pretty impactful. I don't know. Phillips in the pass rush helps the secondary if they don't have to cover for as long. I don't know. Probably would rather have Quinion though, because having like a stud corner, not many teams have like a top tier corner like that, but I don't know. It's pretty close. Probably I'd lean Quinion though. Falcons and Saints here, 1.5 point spread, 39.5 total. Big news here. Michael Penix out for the year with an ACL tear. And now we get Kirk Cousins back in our lives. We saw Kirk Cousins just recently, a few weeks ago, and it didn't look pretty, Tony. It did not look pretty. Also, no Drake London for at least this week for the Atlanta Falcons here. And Drake London has been friggin' balling when he's been out there recently. So that's a big loss. Kirk Cousins in New Orleans, and the Saints are favored in this one. I get it's only 1.5, but the Saints still getting the lean here, the nod in a close spread. Can you pick the Saints at home?
Again, at this point of the season, I have my flow chart. I trust it. I see what I see, and there's literally just no chance in this planet I am betting Kirk Cousins against anybody. I don't care who it is. He was so bad in that last game I watched. I just can't even describe it. I don't care who they're playing. I would struggle. If they were playing Tennessee, I would struggle to pick Atlanta. I refuse. And he doesn't have Drake London on top of it. He's got no mobility. All they're going to do is try to run the ball. I have to take New Orleans. And honestly, it's one of my favorite games of the week. I think New Orleans is still playing hard. I don't think they're good, but I think they're at least playing hard, competing. I think they got some nice pieces still. Absolutely, I'm on New Orleans, and I feel great about it. It might be one of my picks this week. I am not taking Kirk Cousins versus anybody. I refuse.
I don't want to take Kirk Cousins. Not that I want to bet the Saints, but I after what I watched a couple weeks ago, I'm with you. I'm taking the Saints. I can't bet Kirk Cousins in any spot right now. ODB, can we make it 3 for 3 on the New Orleans Saints at home?
This time of year really comes down to a couple of things when you're talking these type of games for me, and it's where these teams are motivated wise. And you have a Saints team that is building towards the future. They have their coach. They're trying to see if this is their quarterback. They had a week off. They've traded the pieces they're going to trade, and they've got the players that they're going to build around that are there. In Atlanta, you have a team that I can't imagine they like Raheem Morris at this point. I mean, they have a coach they don't believe in. They have a quarterback they don't believe in. They've just lost their best weapon in Drake London on the road, coming off of a game where they lost they've basically just blown the last two games versus the Colts and the Panthers. You just have two teams that are trending in different directions. So yeah, I just have to like the Saints here. I mean, yeah, you tell me at the beginning of the year I'm going to have the Saints versus the Falcons here, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, yeah, well, of course you're taking the Saints. They're getting 7.5 points. It's like, no, we're actually laying a point. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really feel great to take the Saints, but it just all comes down to motivation, and the Saints have motivation and the Falcons do not. And yeah, when you don't have a coach and you don't have a quarterback versus a team that does have their coach and they're trying to find their quarterback, it just seems like seems like a pretty easy to play to me. The Saints are the play.
Saints are the play. I like it. All right. That's the main slate. 2 late games here. Let's hit them quickly. Tampa Bay Bucks coming off a tough loss to the Bills, where that game was back and forth. 6.5 point dogs against the LA Rams, coming off a big divisional win at home. 6.5 point favorites in LA. It's a 49.5 total in this one here. The GOAT, Matthew Stafford, just gets it done, keeps finding ways to get it done. ODB, can the Rams find a way to get it done here again against the Buccaneers?
I mean, Rams were my Super Bowl pick. I picked them almost every week. I love this team. That being said, this is a good letdown spot for them versus the Bucs. Just won the game versus Seattle, feeling themselves on top of the world. You have a Tampa team coming in desperate with a quarterback that's just a winner and a fighter. And, they feel like I don't know. I mean, if they felt like they were in and had that game against Buffalo a lot of the game, I'm not really exactly sure how they just melted down. I mean, Allen just went, Hercules on them. And, that happens from time to time when you have a great quarterback. But Tampa moved the ball well. And, I could see this game being shootout. And I can see the Bucs hanging right in there. I don't know if they'll pull it off or not. Obviously, we're not allowed to pick 6.5s and the other team win. But, I'm going to take Tampa, keeps this game close. So I don't know if they'll win it or not, but I got to find some dogs to take here. So I'm just going to take this one and see what happens.
Someone say 6.5 plus and the Rams to win on the money line. I'm in. I'm in, Tony. I like.
ODB's been leaning that way a few times this show. He's joining the party.
I mean, when you got big spreads and you don't really think they can win the game, I don't know how you. I don't know what you do. You just take every favorite, or
And I'm still arguing my point from a month ago that a 6.5 is not the same freaking thing to do both sides of it. And you
At the
guys both
3.5.
pissed me off that one week when you were making fun of me. But yeah, actually, this game is maybe the biggest mismatch on my flow chart of the week, and I don't really understand how, but I don't argue with my numbers. Tampa just looks like a complete mismatch here for the Rams side. I mean, I said that backwards. The Rams look like just a mismatch. Like Tampa the last 5 weeks, and they've played some tough matchups, but you're looking at just how they've been because they shut down the run really good the early part of the year. But then the running backs the last 5 weeks, they've got destroyed 4 of the 5 weeks, which is just weird because they're good at stopping the run. So I don't know. I know they have had tough matchups. Like who were the 5 matchups? Just looking at it. I know they were facing, of course, I can't get it to pull up. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah, that's why I can't get it to pull up because it's the night game. It's not hold on. Yeah, there's not I can't find the slate for it up there. So, yeah, I like the Rams. I think it's a tricky spot. I actually do agree with ODB. I wanted to take Tampa Bay in this spot. I really did. Just looking at it, I thought I was going to pick them. And then I started looking into the numbers as we were going through it, and I just can't take Tampa Bay against the Rams in this spot.
I think that we could see some points in this one here. So I'm back on the points train, and I think the Rams are going to put up a good amount of points. Tony, you asking about the Bucs kind of giving it up is a little tough to look at it because the Patriots, they did it on like really 2 big plays where Travion kind of just busted out for big runs. Like to your point, they've still been good. James Cook last week did a lot in the passing game and stuff. They were pretty good against him running the football, but Josh Allen got there running the football. I don't know, like if the numbers take into account.
Doesn't take quarterback in.
Okay.
But the last 5 weeks, it finally pulled up. It was the 49ers with McCaffrey, Detroit with Jahmyr Gibbs, Patriots with Travion and a couple big ones. The Saints, they shut down the Saints. That was their good week. And then the Bills with Cook. So they faced a gauntlet. So you can't like fully dial into those numbers, but they got carved, but it was against good teams.
And explosive running backs too. Like some of the most explosive. Kyron's a great running back, but I don't put him in that like he's explosive, type like 60-yard runs. Like Jahmyr Gibbs, that's like his thing.
And all those guys catch it too. Like Kyron doesn't catch it as much as these other guys.
Go watch the Bills though. The Bills struggled to run the football. Like the James Cook got there, he got there. And he should have got there because they were moving the football, but it wasn't like because of him running for the most part.
It's the same team we've talked about, though. Like, yeah, they probably are still solid stopping the run, but these guys, maybe they're just extremely weak at catching it out of the backfield. I mean, that's probably their weakness. Because
they are giving it up.
We talked about on Showdown.
They are giving it up in the passing game, too. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I know. But, maybe a Rams running back. The only problem with the Rams is they've still been running like Blake Corum a decent
been getting a lot of work lately.
Yeah, a decent.
I don't understand it because every time he's in there, he doesn't do shit. Like I felt like the Rams were much scarier when Kyron was in there 75, 80% of the time. Every time, like because their numbers look close. It's 22 and 23. So, and they have like a similar body style. And so like when they hand the ball off and they run in, they get tackled for 1 yard. I'm like, I bet that was Corum. And like gets up and it's 22 and it was Corum. And it's like, I don't know. I don't understand why he's all of a sudden like forcing Corum into the game. Like, I don't know. Corum just doesn't look like it to me. And Kyron, I know like people don't like Kyron, but he gets it done. Like he just does. He has for years. So, yeah, I don't really understand their obsession with trying to get Corum to like 40%. And, it seems like it's almost like 50-50 nowadays. But, yeah, I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I would guess Corum's like maybe in the low 40s as far as his snap count, and I don't really get it. I feel like they're much better with Kyron in the game.
Yeah, I think it's more of we know we're trying to go for a deep run. We got to save Kyron. We've played him a lot recently in the last few years, and we gotta use to keep him fresh because we know for the playoffs. I'll bet in the playoffs that switch is quick. ODB
kind of annoying that they haven't given Jaguars any run.
Yeah. I mean, just two. Yeah, they keep doing the series on, series off thing, and yeah.
No, but Jaguars Hunter, my Auburn boy that we all drafted to supplant Corum, and he's loyal. One thing about McVay is he's loyal to his dudes. Like,
well, they used a high pick on Corum last year, right? Wasn't he a second or third round pick?
Yeah, and then but Jaguars was third round pick this year, and I mean, when you use the third round pick the next year, you're basically kind of saying
maybe this was the plan though, right? To use two running backs for sure this year. So like if Corum went down or Kyron went down, he had still two, that he liked. So maybe that was the plan. But all right, last game left here, Carolina and San Francisco. 7.5 point favorite. San Fran is at home in the total 48.5. A nice healthy total here for San Francisco. Carolina coming off that crazy game. Bryce Young threw for 5 billion yards. That game was wild here. Now they get San Fran in San Francisco. ODB, what do you like here? 49ers and Panthers.
Yeah, it seems like too many points to me. I mean, San Francisco is a pretty good team. They're getting healthy and they've got a lot of good parts, but Carolina's feisty and they stay in these games. I mean, granted, they're a very strong home and away splits. But it wouldn't surprise me if Carolina found a way to win this game. And it also wouldn't surprise me if it comes down to the end. So, I just take Carolina. This won't be a strong game for me, but I think Carolina can hang with them.
Tony, what do you think here? Can Carolina hang with the 49ers, keep this game somewhat close?
So, again, just kind of at this point of the year, I know I keep saying it, but just dig into my numbers. And San Francisco's defense looks like one of the worst in football. I mean, they just look really bad against the run, really bad against the pass. And Carolina has looked good. And I'm a 49ers guy. I like to pick the 49ers. I like the 49ers. They pound teams when they win. I just think it's a Carolina spot. I'm with ODB. I think they can move the ball. Rico, the passing game looked great. Bryce Young looks pretty solid. I think that I like the Panthers a decent amount, catching 7 too. I think they got a chance to win this game. And you look at the Panthers scores. I mean, they've had some impressive games that they've been in there with good teams, and they have thrown some stinkers in. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying every week they got beat up by the Saints one week, but they beat the Packers. The Bills pounded them. They beat the Cowboys, who are a decent team. I don't know, like that. I feel like they're a little bit underrated. Again, they're not like a playoff team probably, even though they are in that race. They're not dead in the race, but I'm on Carolina. 7's too many. I agree with ODB, and I like them to score a bunch. You made fun of me about the team totals, but I like Carolina's team total a lot. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I like the over for Carolina.
Carolina, the back door is always open with them too.
Always.
Like they love to get down 24, and then just all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're kicking an onside kick. So,
yep.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think it's too many points. Bad defense for San Francisco. Wouldn't be shocked with the over and the 7. I'll take the 7 with Carolina as well. All right, let's do our best bets here. Quick, Tony, who's got the T box this week?
That'd be me.
I'll take the T box. So start us off here, buddy. Start us off.
I like every week too. If you were on that T box, you would know. But the problem is you haven't had the T box every week. ODB's like, Who's got the tee box this week? Knowing that he's in the 3-hole.
That's the first time I've ever said that on this show.
Well, I got the tee box, and I'm taking my Seattle team minus 13.5. I'm taking the freebie.
Mister, I don't love betting these big spreads.
I looked it over and I'm like, there's no way they're not covering.
Seattle 13.5. He says
There's no way they're not covering. I got to take it.
Oh, I'm dying. ODB, save us here. What do you got?
I'll lay the wood too. I'll take the Lions, whatever they are. Scroll up to the line, 10 or something.
10.5. Yeah, 10.5. All right.
Yeah, I don't see how the Lions don't put it on them.
We're going to have the fishiest podcast ever this week for this today. We got all just dead chalky picks.
I mean, you do it. So some weeks it's that, you know.
I just can't see these teams not winning.
I'm going to take the Panthers +7. And I'm going to take I want to take the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears -2.5.
Oh my gosh, you stole my fucking pick.
All right, ODB, you're next.
You're annoying.
Thank you.
I'll take under in the Colts game.
The funny thing is that you guys didn't let me talk during that game, but my favorite total of the week is the over in that game by a mile. I think that game flies over the total.
Which game?
His pick, Kansas City under. I think that game. You guys both like the under.
You're up.
I love the over in that game. So he's got KC under. So I just take Baltimore too. Who do they play? They play the Jets. Take both minus 13.5 that have no chance. Hey, give me Baltimore. I'll take Baltimore minus 13.5 if you guys give me those.
Baltimore minus. You're taking Baltimore. and what was the other one?
I gotta find a total. I was gonna pick the over, but you guys both like the under in that game.
I can't believe you didn't pick the Patriots. I'm stunned.
I like the teaser for New England more than the actual game. God, what total do I want? Who the Browns play again?
Raiders.
Oh yeah, give me the under in that. Under 36.5, right?
Under 36.5. Yes. All right. ODB.
I had the Bears queued up. You know what? Just for my man Big T, because he should have taken it. I'm taking it for him. That way he gets an extra pick on the card. Give me the Saints.
I forgot about the Saints. I actually would have picked. I'm glad you picked them. I forgot about that game.
All right, and I'm going to go. I need a total here. Let's go with. Which total do I want?
I know where you're going.
You don't know where I'm going.
I know where you're going, and I know where you've been. Wow.
Over in the Panthers 49ers.
You're going over Cardinals.
It was between those two. You were right. It was
48.5?
Yeah. All right. There's our picks. Guys,
Let's
appreciate
you
watching. Yeah, let's go favorites, except for a couple of my picks that weren't Panthers. Let's go favorites for Tony and ODB. I can't believe Tony picked two big spreads after all that.
They're both going to cover, though.
I like two of the biggest spreads on the board. That's the best thing ever.
You know, that just tells you they're probably good plays, because he always tries to pick either the other side or not pick those games. So for him to take them, he must really like them.
All right, well, there you go. You better like them.
I feel like they're both going to go above 2 touchdowns by Sunday, too. Like, I feel like we're getting the good part of the number at 13.5.
both those games are going to end like 40-14.
I think they are too. The more I think about it, how do they not? They're playing two of the worst teams in football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they both need to make statements. So they're both coming off of games where the quarterbacks weren't what they're supposed to be. And so, yeah, it's good statement spots.
All right, I got to go. I got another show at 6. Check us out, runpuresports.com. If you guys want to get in on more of the winners, got an NBA show for the members at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you guys check out ODB's podcast, Gamble Up. If you want more of ODB's content, go comment, subscribe, listen, give them a like. All that stuff helps the podcast. So check that podcast out, Gamble Up. And we'll be back tomorrow for the Showdown Print Factory show. Me and Big T will be back on this YouTube channel, 3 p.m. Eastern time. So don't forget to watch that show and hit the like button on your way out. We appreciate all of you watching. For Big T, ODB, and myself, JSU. We'll see you guys tomorrow right here. Peace.